So guys, we've been invited back to the house of Rui and Marie. Thank you very much for inviting us
You're
again.
welcome.
It's an absolute pleasure to see you. We really had a great time the last time we were here in Portugal. These guys showed us some really fantastic hospitality, so thank you for that. So we're more than happy to come back. And to give you an update, obviously last time we were here, Roy was halfway through doing the van, and we had a look at his progress so far. And I thought it'd be really nice to come back and show you guys the completed van. We've had a chance to have a look at it, and it is absolutely incredible. I think this is far better than any production van. You know, you've done an amazing job here. So anyway, so let's have a look inside and we'll show you what Roy's managed to create. So looking at the van now, it just looks completely different to when we were last here. It does look absolutely incredible. So how long did it take you from our last visit to actually get the van finished?
So last time you were here, you were in March?
April time?
Yeah, March, April. I I finished my van. I say finished like this because you never finish a van.
Yeah, of course, a lot of people. There's always little things that you want to change.
So I think it was on the 17th of August.
Okay.
I was in a very high pressure from my wife because we wanted to go on vacations with the van.
Right. Okay.
On holidays.
Yeah.
With the van.
Because Marie is a school teacher.
Yeah.
So obviously got to have the kids in the school holidays as well.
Yeah,
so you wanted to use
in August.
In the summer, yeah.
So I had my holidays programmed for August, and we managed to get like 8 or 9 days with the van from the 17th till the 26th.
Let me just explain again for those who didn't watch the original video. You've got two teenage children, haven't you?
Yeah, one with 16 and the other one with 13.
Yeah.
Young girl.
So the van is built for almost like grown-up people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So 2 adults and 2 teenagers, which is unusual. And we'll see in a minute. You've got 2 double beds at the back.
Yeah.
And for a medium wheelbase van, that's very unusual to get that much in such a short space.
Yeah. This van has 6.36 meters.
Yeah, so it's nearly 800 millimeters shorter than our van, and yet you've got 2 double beds in here. So, yeah.
So as I said before, this van is for a family of 4, and we have to be able to, when we're traveling, have place for 4 in maximum security, and have place for 4 when we're sleeping at night. So here we have the swivel seats. Okay, this is the driver's seats. When I turn them around, I normally go to this place here because I have a little more space for me because I'm bigger than my wife. And the kids will stay there in those seats. We bought it from a Mercedes Sprinter van, so an English one, by the way.
So is it Mercedes Sprinter seats in your Fiat Ducato?
Yeah. I don't mind having that.
No, they're good. It works well, though, doesn't it, with the seat belts?
Yeah, it works very well. Yeah. We just had a minor change to the seats because it only had one seat belt from here in the middle, and the other one was from there on the side wall. So I had to change it from there, so I wouldn't have space for it. So I had changed, and I had it put here in the middle.
Remember, you put the reel, the tensioner, in the back of the seat.
Yeah.
Remember last time we came, you had all the back off of the seat.
Yeah.
And you had it specially mounted there.
Yeah. That's what we did, so we could have security here. So they will sit here and have lunch here or dinner or whatever, and when I'm sitting here, we have the table swivels like this.
Is this something that you made yourself, or is it a manufactured item? Or
I bought this leg, and this leg comes with this system.
Okay.
It has the swivel.
That's really handy, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just gives you that extra table space.
Yeah. So I sit here, I eat here.
Yeah.
My wife sits here and eats here, and those kids sit over there.
That's really good.
So, and when we're not eating, I can always put underneath the table again, and they'll hold like this. So on each side, on the sliding door, and in here, we have this Dometic window.
They're a caravan style window, double glazed, aren't they?
Yes, they are from Dometic. Yeah. So it has the blackout and the mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? And then you don't get any problems with condensation, I guess.
No, no.
Yeah.
So in terms of cupboards, I have this one over the driver's head. It's has a light inside, so we can see what's it. Sorry for the mess.
There's loads of space in there, isn't there?
Yeah, because it's a high roof van.
Sure.
You have a lot of space here.
Ah, yes, because you've got the taller van, haven't you?
Yes, H3.
Yes.
So this is one's here. Push-pull locks. And here we have all the controls for the van.
Ah, you've got them all tucked away in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
and this is
wanted.
a special system you've got here. What you'd probably get in a motorhome, is it?
Yeah, probably. It's a brand called Schaudt. It's a German brand.
Okay.
And all the things here are made by Schaudt. I have this control center.
So you've got like a central system that everything's wired back to.
To the control system.
Yeah, and then the display, and then all displayed on here. Your water, electrics, battery.
Yeah, everything is here.
Okay.
And in the back here, like doing this, I have all the connections, and I have the solar controller by Schaudt. I have the booster. It helps the alternator to produce more.
Ah, like a battery to battery charger.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Oh,
And
cool.
So it's hidden here in the back.
Yeah, it's nice to have it. I mean, I've got mine on display because I like to look at it all the time.
Yeah, but my wife didn't like it.
Okay,
so
she wanted it something nice, clean
looking.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
yeah. So this is the fan for the fridge. It's like a mini fan for the fridge, so it can get out because it works on gas as well.
Ah, so for the ventilation.
Yeah, for the fridge.
To get rid of the heat from.
Especially in summer.
Yeah, because you got a three-way fridge.
Yep.
Gas, mains, and 12
volts. Yes.
And it's automatic changeover, isn't it?
Yeah, it changes because I have a thing here, also from Schaudt, and this is a piece of equipment that controls everything. Everything is connected here. So this controls when the van stops, it tells the fridge the van has stopped, and it will change to gas automatically if the gas is open, of course.
Sure.
And when we start the van, it automatically detects and sends the message to the fridge, so it can run on 12 volts, and so on and so on.
Wow, it's very clever.
Yeah. About the kitchen, it's quite a small kitchen, but the thing we wanted more to have some nice space between the bathroom and the kitchen, because there's small vans.
There's a lot of you in here as well, isn't there? So you need to be able to get past each other. And, yeah.
So we chose this stove from Dometic. It has quite a small sink. Sorry, a lot of washing up to do. So we've been traveling.
We've just come back from a nice weekend away, haven't we?
Yeah. So this is quite a small. It's a two stove burner and a small sink. It's only 37 centimeters wide by 900 millimeters length. So we couldn't sacrifice much space into the corridor. So we managed to get quite a lot of space here in the corridor.
Yeah, so making this cupboard narrower. Okay, you haven't got an oven, but it's giving you a lot more room in the van, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. So underneath the kitchen work surface here, you've got a little secret hatch, I know. And it's all your gas valves in here. That's ingenious. Why is there 3 gas valves here?
It's one for each appliance.
So
one for the fridge, one for the stove, the burner, and one for the truma floor.
Ah, of course, because of the heating. Yeah, so you've got heating, cooking, and the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really convenient, isn't it? If you had any problems, you can just isolate them there.
Yeah.
Now, this is one thing that you were just constructing the last time we was here, and we didn't get a chance to see it finished. I think it was just plywood structure. It wasn't no internal finishes, and you didn't have this fantastic artwork on the outside. Now, this is something that you've created yourselves?
The designs were made by a friend of mine.
Okay.
This is PVC with vinyl on top.
So vinyl on top of the original plywood structure?
And now I have the plywood structure. Then I have PVC.
Okay.
That's the plastic sheets.
Yeah.
And then we have the vinyl glued on top.
Okay.
So give it the final finish.
What Roy's managed to do is obviously pick out some key things relating to Portugal and the history of Portugal. There's also a map on the door here, and then off of the map there are important historical buildings.
The waves in Nazaré.
Ah yeah, the waves at Nazaré, where we were a couple of weeks ago, and where we were yesterday at the festival.
Yeah.
And the bonfire, and where we visited last time, Porto. That's absolutely fantastic, Roy. It looks really amazing, you know. It's nice that you've got all of the history of Portugal incorporated in your van here. Yeah, you've done a first-class job of that. It looks really stunning.
We also have a Portuguese guitar down there of Fado.
Ah, because Fado is the famous Portuguese music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course a football ball.
Because you like the football, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have a look inside?
Yeah, sure. It opens inside.
Okay.
So it doesn't take much space on the corner.
Yeah, different to my philosophy was to open it out because it would be difficult to get in the shower and get round the door, but do you find that's okay?
No, it's okay because the bathroom is long enough, so
it's bigger, isn't it? Yeah. What are the dimensions?
I think it has 1 meter 18 centimeters inside.
Oh, so it's longer than ours. Yeah, a good bit longer. And the width?
It's just the width of the Thetford cassette toilet,
which is probably
67 centimeters.
Yeah, close to 700 centimeters, maybe. Yeah. So let's have a look inside. So how have you finished the inside of the shower here?
So a major concern was with humidity inside the shower.
Sure.
And we had made the decision to fiberglass the whole shower. So ceiling, the walls, the floor is all fiberglass.
I can get a close up. You'll be able to see. This is all fiberglass. The whole inside of the shower is effectively one sealed unit, so there's no way this is going to leak, is there?
I hope not.
And you've got the Thetford cassette toilet, the cassette drawers outside.
Yeah, on the side.
Same as normal. Yeah. And you've got the drop down sink as well.
Yeah. It's a sink I ordered from eBay. It's a Contessa sink. It drops down like this. You have the tap.
And then there's no sinkhole there though.
No.
So where does the water go?
Yeah, you have to lift the sink and we go inside.
Ah, and the water falls down inside.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
Yeah, that's how it works. And here on top we haven't finished yet. We're going to put a small cupboard made of acrylic.
Just to keep your toiletries.
Yeah, and everything. Yes.
Sure.
Next step is going to be that. So this is a Dometic 3-way fridge. It has AES, as I mentioned before, with automatic electronic system, switch it system. So when the van stops, the Schaudt tells the fridge to switch automatically, and he has the possibility to do that by himself. So I don't have to worry about getting somewhere.
So where you're driving, it will be on 12 volts.
Yeah.
And then when you park up, it switches to gas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you had a mains hookup, it would automatically switch to mains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what is the capacity of this fridge?
I think it's 78 liters.
Oh, it's quite big.
Yeah, 78 liters. It has a freezer here on top.
Yeah.
I think you can remove it. It only
it's almost the size of a normal domestic fridge, isn't it?
Yeah. We can put a lot of things here.
Sure. And there's four of you in here.
A lot of beers and a lot of wine bottles.
You need a lot of food with two hungry teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably one of the best features of your van, because with 4 grown-up people in here, you needed to sleep 4 people. So if you can just explain how you've managed to get 4 or 2 double beds in here.
Yeah. So both of them are fixed. This one here is for me and for my wife, because this is a Fiat Ducato. We can sleep sideways.
You've got the additional width.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's, I think this one is 1 meter 83 centimeters.
Okay.
I'm 1 meter 80, so
Yes.
I'm okay.
The same as I am.
Yeah. So we can sleep sideways. It's a 1 meter 25 width. So I think it's more than enough for us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then the height of this is just literally sitting on top of the wheel arches either side, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of storage space underneath.
Yeah. I have a little bit of storage underneath, so I can have a bit of space between the beds.
Sure.
And a bit of space on the top bed.
And
to
it
the
helps,
ceiling.
obviously, you having the extra high roof fan.
Yeah.
That it enables you to have plenty of room on the top bunk as well as plenty of room on the bottom bunk as well. Yeah.
That's what was one of the main decisions we had to make.
Yeah.
We choose a high roof fan.
And then how is the top bed? How is that constructed, and how is that fixed to the van?
Well, it's all made of this structure, iron structure,
It's a steel
steel
tube, is it? Yeah.
structure with plywood on top,
Okay.
and then it's fixed. We have riv nuts.
Okay.
We learned it from a gentleman called Greg Virgoe. That riv nuts are the most amazing thing you can have in a van. So
Yeah,
use them.
They're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
So we had riv nuts installed on those sides. We have those reinforcements along the van.
Yes.
So we managed to get it in there, and this if you want to take this bed off, it's possible to do so.
So they're just hooked onto some brackets there.
Yeah.
We'll have a closer look in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
So when the kids don't want to travel with you, when they're a couple of years older and they don't want to
Yeah.
come on holiday with you,
I can take this bed off.
yeah,
Just
and then you
put
just have the whole room to yourself.
maybe
Yeah.
put a TV there or
Yeah,
put
sure.
something like that.
Nice.
Extra space.
So you've really planned ahead.
You have to when you have teenagers.
Yeah, absolutely. So what did you finally end up with in the way of electrical, solar, batteries, or what was the setup that you went for?
Now I just have a 100 watt solar power. It's a monocrystalline.
Yeah.
That's how you say it.
Just one panel at the moment?
At the moment, I'm planning to have an extra one,
Okay.
or maybe change this one for
For a larger one rather than
For-
put two panels up there.
yeah. I have space for 2 panels if I want to.
Yeah,
have
because I think
space.
space-wise, you probably could get a 300 or just over 300 watts
Yeah.
single panel, whereas if you had three,
100
another two 100s would be take up too much space. Probably.
Yeah. So I have that solar panel now. I only have one battery at the moment.
Okay.
It's an AGM battery, 110 amp
Yeah.
hour. I will have an extra one later on.
Yeah.
I have the space for it. Everything is already connected.
Okay, so yeah, you've made provision for the extra panel and the
Yeah.
extra battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms electricity, that's it.
Yeah, sure. And then
Uh,
water tanks?
Water tanks. I have a fresh water tank underneath the first bed, our
Okay,
bed,
Yeah, yeah.
on one
So
side.
inside the van?
Inside the van, it's 120 liter.
Oh, that's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a stainless steel reservoir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, not plastic.
not
Yeah.
plastic. I had to make it custom, so I had to make it
Ah, okay, so
stainless
somebody
steel.
made it for you
Yeah.
specifically for the van, yeah.
specific for the
Yeah.
van. Underneath the bed on the other side, I have the electrical system, the batteries, and maybe later on the inverter will be there as
Okay.
well.
That's a good idea to counterbalance the weight of the water with the batteries, obviously.
Yeah, so it stays
Yeah.
balanced. So in terms of grey water tank is underneath the van.
Okay,
It's a 90 liter.
yeah,
It's a simple one from Fiat.
sure.
It's a 90 liter.
One to fit this particular
van. Yeah, it went underneath.
Okay.
So the feeding of the fresh water is underneath the van, not on the side of the van.
Oh, you've got a connection underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
underneath, because
yeah.
I didn't want to put another hole.
So
on the
not a
side.
gravity feed then?
No.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it has to be filled under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe in some places I'll have problems with that.
I was going to say, you've got to rely on the fact that you can get a hose connection then, haven't
Yeah.
you? Yeah,
Yeah.
or find some other way of pumping it into
Yeah,
that.
maybe I'll look for a manual pump
Yeah.
to do so.
Is there not a manhole connection or in the top of the tank inside that you could pour water
No,
into? Or?
I can't have access to
Okay.
to the
So it is just through that
yeah,
connection.
through that. Yeah.
So that's your fill point and your draining, I guess, is it?
Yes, no, I have a fill point. I have a drainer
Oh, separate
as
drain.
well,
Yeah.
and it has another hose so to let the air come out when I'm filling up
Yeah,
with water.
just a vent. Yeah.
Yeah, just to vent the tank.
And your gas setup?
Yeah, have a GPL tank underneath the van.
Yeah.
In the place where the spare tire used to be.
Okay. I'll put some details down below for those that are in the UK, but I think Cassette in the UK do a circular tank that sits where your spare tyre would go.
Yeah, so has all the safety procedures, everything.
Yeah.
I feed the GPL in the petrol station from the same place, nearly the same place where I put diesel.
Oh, okay.
There's a small connector there.
So they've run a pipe all the way from here all
to
the way to the back.
To the back.
Underneath.
Yeah, so I lift the lid where is the diesel to fill it up. I have a small connector.
Right.
So I put I fill it up there.
And then what's the capacity of that tank?
I think it's we can only fill up to 80%
of course.
capacity.
Yeah.
So I can fill it with I think is almost 60 liters.
Wow, that's quite
It's
big.
58
then.
I think.
Yeah,
liters.
that's a lot. So I think ours is 22 litres is the most I can get in ours.
Okay.
But that will last us, if we're not using the heating too much, that will last us anything from 2 weeks to nearly a month between filling up on a full bottle. So if you've got 60 litres, although you're using the fridge on gas, which probably consumes quite a bit, I suppose, does it?
And I was thinking about when we use the heating. So at that time you have to have extra capacity of tank. So it wasn't an option. It was that size.
Yeah, yeah.
It fills the spare tire.
Yeah, that's going to last you quite a long time. Isn't
it? I hope so. Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you. So just quickly on the outside, you've got a huge, great big awning on the side there. That looks fantastic. I like the way that all of the external pieces that you've added to the van are black. Obviously, because you've got the grey van, so it really does go well with it. Obviously, the window frames are black, which is unusual because most of them you see they're white. And these are the two vents for your Dometic fridge. I think you'll all agree that Roy's created an absolutely fantastic space here for all of his family to enjoy their holidays. And the quality of the finish that he's achieved is absolutely outstanding. So if you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any questions about Roy's build, please do leave them in the comments section below. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers!